Hello there. This is just a little tidbit about one of my favourite exhibits at the Submarine Museum in Gosport, formerly HMS Dolphin. I first came across this exhibit as a visitor, and I think it was, 2016. And now that I work for the museum, I was able to get over and have a poke around for free. It might not seem much to some, but the periscope for HMS Conqueror I found terribly fascinating. You peer through the lenses that Captain Rayford Brown did way back in 1982 as he stalked the General Belgrano. It's somewhat fascinating when you put your hands on those handles and you peer through and try to imagine a Belgrano, because of course when I looked through it to do this video, it was peering upon a Type 45, which I think was HMS Duncan, and HMS Prince of Wales, one of our aircraft carriers. Conqueror was at the time the only nuclear submarine to sink a target in anger, which has been surpassed since with the recent offence of Iran. The tragedy in some respects concerning Conqueror afterwards was that they were pilloried and harassed as far as the crew went upon their arrival by the British press. A press and indeed a population that had become accustomed to peace on a large scale, interrupted by the odd tidbit like Korea and the Malay emergency, that had become accustomed to such things. That the loss of the Belgrano was a bit of a shock. Of course, what some seem to have overlooked was that the loss of the Belgrano was swiftly followed by the loss of Sheffield, Coventry, the Atlantic Conveyor, Ardent and Antelope, as well as deaths on other British ships. And then, of course, amongst the army, the land forces, as they made their way across East Falkland to Stanley. There were other losses involving helicopters, of course, and the like. But as far as it goes, the Submarine Museum is worth a visit for many reasons. But if you have a vivid imagination, as I seem to look through that periscope and imagine what Rayford Brown was thinking, or sit in his cabin and dare imagine what he was thinking when he returned to his cabin later, having sunk the Belgrano. As Mrs. Thatcher said in that infamous interview with a school teacher, only in this country can sinking a ship to protect the lives of British servicemen be a bad thing. But that's a debate for another day. For watching, and have a good day.